Hey guys, it's Drew. This is my first YouTube video for Modelfoodie. I wanted to start with a book review. And the three books today that I will be discussing are Michael Pollan, Food Rules. He is a journalist who has researched all different types of food, culture, diets, and he discusses a few tips throughout his book of how to stay healthy and stay fit. Naturally Thin by Bethany Frankel. She got her start on Real Housewives of New York, and now she has her own show or something. But she talks about her struggle with diet and staying in shape, staying healthy. She gives a lot of great tips. Third book I don't have with me. I lent it through a friend, and that is French Women Don't Get Fat. I read all these books about a year ago, and it's taken me a while to get the site up and going, but they are still current and up to date. The reason why I like these books is because they're not your typical Atkins diet, the Dukan diet, what else? The paleo diet's huge right now. It's no eat this, don't eat that. It's more of a lifestyle and a way to live. Don't get me wrong, I think out of all those three that I just listed, the paleo diet's great. It is pretty healthy. But it does restrict a lot of things. And in the end, who knows if you can really, stay with that diet your whole life. So I'll start off with Why French Women Don't Get Fat. It was from a lady who came to America to study abroad, and she got huge. She was French, she went home, she was big, and she thought, okay, what's the difference? Why when I was in America was I, big, French, I'm losing weight. So she kind of did a study on what the cultural differences are. And she found out that Americans obsess about food. And they're always on the go. They're stressed when they eat. And it's never an enjoyable experience. Whereas the French, they enjoy it. They celebrate it. It's something they, get together with their friends and their family, and they make a big production out of it. They're eating healthy foods, but they're also eating the wine, the cheese, the chocolate. The difference here is they allow themselves to. We in America think, shame on you. You're following the paleo diet, so you can't have, that big slab of cheese. Well, no, you're right. You can't have the big slab of cheese, but eating it proportionally is the only way to live a healthy lifestyle, and you're not depriving yourself of anything. And that's one thing I found with this diet that I really liked, is that you can eat it all, but not too much. And when you enjoy your food, when you accept that you can have whatever you want, your mindset kind of changes because you're not restricting yourself. And when it's a joyous experience and you're eating healthy whole foods, they're not getting Snickers out of a package. They're eating home-cooked chocolate gooey tarts and, macaroons and all those, little treats, and they're so yummy. And we forget about that because we're always on the rush and we're always thinking, how many calories does this have? Is this on my diet? What's this going to do? Instead of just enjoying what it is, fuel for your body. And she gives a bunch of great tips such as drink more water, get exercise, throughout your daily routine. You don't have to go pump iron at the gym to be in shape and feel good about your body. Get fresh ingredients. What else do I have here? And quality ingredients. Like I said, they eat a lot of less packaged food. And let's then go to Michael Pollan in Food Rules. He discusses a way of living healthy. He is, like I said, he's a journalist, and he goes throughout this entire book. I mean, I highly recommend this book. It's an easy read, quick, takes you about an hour. No high fructose corn syrup. Don't eat foods a third grader couldn't pronounce. Shop around the perimeters of the grocery store. Don't go in the aisles. That's usually where processed foods are kept. The whiter the bread, the sooner you'll be dead. If it didn't come from a plant, probably shouldn't eat it. Don't eat things your grandmother wouldn't recognize. Eat the most exotic thing on the menu. Eat food, but not too much. Leave room in your stomach. Eat more like the French, Japanese, Italians, and the Greeks. he talks a lot about eating culturally and the fact that it's not so much about diet, but if we go back to the basis of what our grandparents, would tell us to eat, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, protein, limit the refined sugars, treat treats as treats. And it just is kind of a lifestyle change to clean up your diet, to get healthier. And he gives a lot of quick, examples of how those simple things can totally change your lifestyle. And lastly, Naturally Thin. She is a pretty brilliant woman. She has created a huge business for herself. I think her Skinny Girl Margarita brought in like $300 million or something ridiculous like that. But she talks about how when she was a kid, she's always had problems with food. And as she became older, she became a chef. And then she kind of did figure out what worked for her and what didn't. She, like French Women Don't Get Fat and Food Rules, discusses to eat more healthy, full, all-natural ingredients, limiting the preservatives and the packaged processed foods, and really getting those whole, fresh ingredients. But what I love so much about her book is that she kind of combines the two. It's not so much, oh, you have to eat healthy and don't eat this, stay all-natural, raw, vegan diet. And she's not saying, go over here and eat all you want no matter what it is, just as long as you're eating a little bit of it. She kind of puts the two. She calls it a bank account. And she says that if you're going to eat, the chocolate cake, then probably for dinner you shouldn't be having a big bowl of pasta. Opt for the salad instead. It's kind of picking and choosing and balancing. You got more money in the bank, aka you're a skinnier person, you can probably afford to go chomp down that burger. But if you don't have money in the bank, aka you're a heavier, overweight, kind of obese person, you probably shouldn't be eating that same burger that the skinny person is eating. Not saying that she's prejudiced or anything, just saying it's a way to budget. And she also talks about making peace with food, and that kind of like the French Women Don't Get Fat, it's a celebration. And in America, we've become this culture of it's no longer about food and about fuel and about feeling good and giving your body the nutrients it deserves. It's about control and regulating yourself and stressing out. And we're putting all this extra stress when it's food. It should be happy. It should be simple. And Bethany talks about making peace with it and really enjoying what we eat. And she also speaks about eating everything, not just in one sitting. So like for Christmas, go to a party, get the desserts that you want, that you really, truly, genuinely want to eat, and eat those. Or if you have to try everything, try it all, but don't shove it all down your mouth. Be smart about what you're eating. Think about it and make peace with it. She talks about eating a balanced diet and watching proportion sizes, similar to French Women Don't Get Fat. Here's kind of what I'm thinking. You want to lose weight, it's not about eating healthy. It's about proportion, proportion, proportion. You want to be healthy, though, because in the long run, if your body, your organs, your immune system, your digestive system, if all that's working properly, your body can process that food, and in turn, you won't be bloated, digested, have all these horrible things go wrong with you, even cancer, that sort of thing. So you want to make sure you're eating healthy for lifelong purposes, not to mention the benefits you can get from your skin, your hair, your nails, your complexion, all of that from eating healthy. But for weight, it's more proportion. So just like anything in life, you have to balance out eating healthy, eating the right proportions, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the finer things in life, the goodies, the drinking, all the fun things we do as humans to celebrate and enjoy ourselves. So I recommend all three books. Again, Food Rules, Naturally Thin, and French Women Don't Get Fat. They're great books as a source of information to live by. But my top favorite tips here would be to drink more water, eat proportionately, Be mindful when you're eating. Try and eat more whole foods. Relax on the preservatives and the packaged goods. And enjoy life. So I hope this helps, and many more videos from me and Model Foodie to come. Thanks.